For my final project, I decided to take on the task of creating a set for the play Rabbit Hole by Lindsay-Abaire. Before I dive deeper into the set design, I want to give some background on the play Rabbit Hole. Becca and Howie Corbett lose their 4-year-old son Danny in a tragic car accident. Throughout the story, the process of grieving is represented, where the light is shown specifically on Becca and how she deals with such loss of her son. Her and the rest of her family try to navigate this grief and try their best to learn what it means to get back on their feet when things drift apart. Most of the play is set on the first floor of the house. Act 1, Scene 1 is set in a kitchen with a comfortable living room and dining room nearby. A couple of the design elements that I would like to point out is that the kitchen is at the right top corner of the set. This is because most of the acts take place in this area, where I wanted the audience to be closest to the kitchen. You can also notice the wallpaper on the walls. As this is a family home, I didn't want to go the modern route, and I wanted to go more of the farmhouse route. When I was reading the play, this is how I pictured the kitchen, living room, and dining room to be. You can also notice the staircase as well as the laundry folded on the table. The laundry folded on the table is seen in Act 1, Scene 1, where Becca is holding the child's clothes. Also, the extra door is the basement door, where you will see later on in the play that I had to add. Now we're moving on to Act 2, Scene 2, where we move to Becca and Howie's living room. You could see this in the previous slide, but I wanted to take a closer look. As it is a family living room, I added 2 big couches, a painting, a TV, and an ottoman as well as a plant. Now that we move on to Act 1, Scene 3, the main set is the kitchen. Like I said earlier, you could see this in the previous slide, but I wanted to add a couple things. Like mentioned before, I put this in the top right corner of the set, as I wanted it to attract the most attention. It is a large kitchen with a big fridge and a big island for the family to sit around. Little details such as the bowl of fruit and the tree add some homey touches. We are now in Danny's room as we enter Act 1, Scene 4. Danny was a young 4-year-old boy, so I tried to keep his room simple. Navy blue walls, a gray rug, a big bed with blue covers, and a painting above his bed. Without reading the entire play, I had a couple things different in the room, but after reading through the entire script, I added a couple things. The first thing I added was the bookshelf. Rebecca is later seen cleaning it out. The second thing I added was the closet door to the left. Rebecca again is later seen cleaning it out. I added these things to keep it consistent throughout the entire play. Act 2, Scene 1 takes place again on the main floor of the house. I decided to do all 3 rooms, as one person is in the main living room and one is in the kitchen. We are now in Danny's room again for Act 2, Scene 2. As you can see, it is the exact same, which I did intentionally. As he passed away, no one has been in the room since. The bookshelf that you see in the closet to the left are both about to be emptied as they clean the room for the first time. Act 2, Scene 3 and 4 both happening in the living room. As you can see, there is a basement door to the left of the couches, which is added for Scene 4, where Izzy is walking up to the basement door to hand Becca the toys. Overall, I had a really good time making this set for Rabbit Hole. As you read through the script, I hope you can place yourself in this set